We're going to talk about Ellis Island in more detail tomorrow when we get to class. So don't fret it. But I wanted you to realize that not all Americans enter into or from Ellis, or out of, I should say, Ellis Island. Many others enter, especially if you're from Asia, into what's called Angel Island. And this is an incredible difference when you compare the arrival of Southern Europeans as opposed to Asians that were coming into the West looking for work as laborers, servants, merchants, or on the railroads. In the East, you came in Ellis Island, your wait, assuming you were healthy, was a couple of hours. You went through some interviews, you had your money changed out, you got off onto the boats, you were in America, same day. Here, at Angel Island, very, very different. As you were approaching Angel Island, you would dock up at this pier, and this pier would fill up with people streaming off the boats from Asia, usually China, heading towards this processing station on Angel Island, a little tiny island. And when you would get into this processing station, they would begin to ask you all kinds of questions about where you were from, what family did you have in America, why were you here, how long were you planning to stay. But unlike in the East, where your wait would take a day, here, the wait could last months. America would take these arriving immigrants from China, and when they would ask them these questions in Angel Island, and they would wait to verify all these facts, they were forced to live in these bunks, in these little houses, for months in some cases, separated from family and loved ones, separated from those that they cared about. You would be forced to live in these little tiny cots for months on end with people you didn't know, because America did not want Asian immigrants. We didn't like immigrants of any kind really coming between 1880 and 1900, but we were particularly prejudiced against Asian immigrants who were coming in to do work primarily on the railroads. And we locked them up and made them wait until we could confirm their story, that they were from where they said they were from, that they had relatives or people where they said they were going, that they had some kind of connection here before we would let them into our country. And then if, of course, their story didn't check out, then we would send them back. Asian immigration was much, much harder, much more difficult. And when you combine it with the difficulties of European immigrants as they were coming here,